6 victims in this shooting there, the shooter, and you can see.
Being an American is really stressful. I don't understand why people like this exist. I just don't get it. And I was about to finish up my noodles, you know, from the 5-pack that I bought from Dollar Tree, and I even added some honey, like, bread, or I forgot the heck I was just eating. Honestly, I think I almost lost my appetite. Especially what happened last night. And yeah, I'm wearing my long gown, right? Because I just want to be comfortable, right?
Bracing the weapon, the sirens, it looks like, going off there. And remember, viewer discretion is advised. This literally just happened this morning, and emotions are still raw and still very, very fresh for this community, as now they are seeing this as well. The moments that 28-year-old shooter walked into the Covenant School there in Metro Nashville and started shooting. There it looks like they pass some type of front entrance. This is at a private Christian elementary school. Okay, so that is the first video released by Metro Nashville Police. Very, very difficult to watch, but you saw the moments there, Audrey Hale, firing these weapons to get into this side door, shattering the glass of the door. Take a look, though. Police also released photos of the weapons that were used. Okay, so there you can see, looks to have some type of sticker decal on the magazine.
Yeah, I see it. I thought it'd be like a toy gun at first, but it's not. Shield, okay.
The handgun as well. Okay, so you're getting a better sense now of the weapons, at least what they look like. You saw the shooter there enter the school with those 2 assault weapons. I want to put up now this photo here. This is yet another photo of the entrance. And there you can see, I just want to pause this right here. Take a look at the upper window there. Okay, so the shooter went to the 2nd floor, firing shots before being killed by police. The police chief, John Drake, said that the assailant was, quote, at one point a student at the school there. So there you can see the broken, shattered glass in that 2nd story window as well. So we want to make sure Metro Police just releasing this photo as well. So that is what we were told in one of the press conferences today. Hale was firing from that 2nd story window, 14 minutes, and officers shot that individual. And there you can see the individual also shot at a police cruiser there in the parking lot that was responding to the mass casualty incident as well.
I hope he's dead at least. That's all. Oh, yeah, he is dead, right? Just to make myself clear. I'm shocked that this got over 1 million hits in just a few hours. I'm impressed. Excuse me. I don't know what to say. I just don't. 3 students and 3 adults basically died in a Nashville, Tennessee school shooting, and this must have happened like while I was gone to walk to Dollar Tree, which is 3 miles away. And this is when I didn't really got like, I want to say footage or something. That sounds wrong saying that, but because people need to know about this stuff. They do, right? Of basically a man that flew by a car that hit him, and there were some damages. And not to mention, I saw like a homeless couple that were nearby the darn bridge, and then a man almost got run over by the cars, right? I didn't really got like, cause I was paying notice while I was walking, right? Cause plus I don't want to like frighten anyone, but I'll post that video later. A lot has happened while I was gone, and this is the last thing I had to hear tonight. So I just want to read some comments. There's a lot of comments, 11,000, right? And this is really serious. So it kills me how the shooter is walking around like they're badass. What a cowardly piece of shit. By Laws Explained, and then by Margaret Dimmick. What kind of person do you have to be to walk into a school and intentionally murder children? My heart breaks for the families of the victims and AC. Thank you to the first responders for saving as many as you could. Respect. And, you know, it's awful. It is. And I made a video of this when I was watching Saved by the Bell earlier, right? Let me actually put on my outfit and I'll get up and I'll stick out my little donut balls that my brother didn't mind giving to me, you know, as a little extra for dessert. So that way I got plenty of foods to snack on, because I probably don't want to go anywhere. Probably maybe 2 days, right? I'm gonna hibernate for a bit. Excuse me. If I wear my ice blue beanie, it basically means I'm either depressed or I'm talking about like a really serious topic, right? Where's the other remote? Deon, where do you put it? Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. I don't have as much storage because I forgot to delete the other thing. This is one that, I wouldn't say car accident, but the incident of the man that basically gotten hit by a car, right? I just got in and saw it happening, but he was injured. It's awful. Okay, I just wanted to share this once again for anyone that's not here in the United States. Our country is dangerous, period, and it's corrupted. Okay, it is. Don't thinking that this is the, no. We're far from that. Okay, yes, I do have our American flag because I'm proud of that since I was born on this darn, you know, basically colonial soil, if I actually can call it that. And this seeing all these damn disasters, not to mention 25 people died in a tornado in Mississippi. I mean, yeah, it happens a lot around like the deep south or basically in the Midwest when they get tornadoes, but man, 25 people died? Like, what the hell? This makes me glad I live in Arizona, even though we have our own issues, right? You cannot escape from any disasters. It's humanly impossible. It just is. And this seeing how the news anchor, he said that the shooter was trans? I'm not sure if I heard that right. He said trans, right? I swear it makes me want to hate trans people myself. No offense for anyone that's trans, right? Not to mention I did got forced to do sexual acts with someone that's trans themselves, right? And it makes trans people look awful. It does. What I don't like about this country, right? And I'll be posting this later, and just to give you the time. Okay, the time right now, it is 12:13, and it is the 28th, right? So I just want to make a mark on that because I like to just keep track, or at least trying to, on my videos, right? Because this is like a diary channel. Growing up when I was in high school. Okay, we never had these issues. We did have lockdown practices to make sure that if there were any shootings, you would, you know, like how, I'm sure for my Californians that may be watching this, you know, like if you would have an earthquake, you would actually have a duct underneath the desk so that you probably won't be like hit by any debris if like the roof would collapse and whatnot, right? Because your head would be protected by the desk so that you won't get a concussion or you'll just die, if that actually makes sense, right? Basically, we would do those type of practices. And I don't think that we actually had a shooting. This is back like in 2011, 2012, give or take. Or, okay, scratch that. More like 2012, 2013. Well, 2011 to 2013, the early 2010s, right? When we didn't have these issues. Shootings were still around, yes. but not as bad. It kind of reminds me of that song Pumped Up Kicks, right? One of my favorite songs I used to listen to all the time. I'm not listening to it lately, though. Probably, well, I mostly listen to it during the day, not at night. But the thing is that what really bothers me is that this country seems to worsen on mental health, that's for sure. It just seems as though, I mean, that shooter being trans? I don't understand. I mean, okay, I want to, like, Deon, he or she, whatever, is dead, right? He's dead, I'm sure. I hope so. I hope I'm getting this straight that the officers killed him, right? Because he practically took away 6 lives. He deserves to be regarded as a cockroach and get his damn brains smushed, right? Or clapped, right? It's just awful that this country is going to this path. That, I mean, not to mention, I know, like, trans people are more likely to be mentally ill, suicidal, which is heartbreaking, right? I don't know much about, like, you know, like, trans studies or something like that, but I kind of had the idea that, okay, if this person's trans, then yeah, they're more likely going to face, like, a mental illness, and next thing you know, they want to take it out on innocent people that haven't done anything. And this makes me really hate this country sometimes. It does, because kids, or even college kids, I'm sure, well, I don't think it happens in college, right? I hope it doesn't. Mostly in high school, or, I mean, elementary school, that's something else. Like, what is our country going into? It's just, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, the incident that happened at Buffalo, even though that has nothing to do with the school, but that incident happened, I remembered. The Uvalde, I can't pronounce that word, that the city in Texas, right? The Uvalde shooting that actually happened. And then now we have this Nashville shooting. Not to mention, believe it or not too long ago, I forgot what month it was. Out here in Phoenix, though, it was in downtown. It's in Central High School. Luckily, I have never gone there because I went to Alhambra for my 2 years, and I was at a charter school beforehand. It's like, it's not a private school, it's like a small, like, charter school, right? There was a shooting that actually happened there, I think. But none of the students basically got hurt, which is great. But I'm getting tired of this. You know, like, what is wrong with our country? Our flag may as well just be nothing but red and black stripes, right? And the stars being, like, purple, if you know what I mean. Like, purple hearts, like, people that basically died for this country. And, you know, students that had to live with this damn pain, right? Especially the teachers that had to go through this. And there's no, like, blue skies or peace, right? It's all about blood and basically, you know, deaths, right, was related to the purple stars, and the black is just basically the danger in this country. Honestly, if I could actually change the American flag, I would, right? Because that's kind of like where we're heading right now. This is not okay. I'm just shocked that it had over 1 million hits, right? I'll be posting this later, by the way, not tonight, because I just did like a reaction of that Nickelodeon show, but that's not important right now. You know, I just had to just get this out of my system because I just don't understand what's going on. I just don't. You know, and this is coming from someone that is an uncle themselves. I do get a little bit concerned if, like, at least my younger nephews and nieces are still in school, like in high school, right? That may be going through this themselves. You know, it's awful because I don't get it. I just don't. You know, that people just get killed for no apparent reason. Like, this country is just getting more dangerous each day. It is. And every time when I walk 3 miles to Dollar Tree, right, I don't go to Walmart anywhere for certain reasons, right? I don't want to talk about it, though. It's just, it was an awful incident that I have done nothing wrong for, right? And I don't know. It brings back so much trauma. I don't want my PTSD to increase, right? I have severe PTSD. That makes sense. It's that bad, right? It just is. I just say I have severe PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder, right? Because it's already awful enough that in the past month so far, because we're almost the end of March, I've already witnessed one car accident out here. I mean, I know this has nothing to do with shootings, but it goes to show you how dangerous that our country is, right? I mean, even out here where we live, where we have no natural disasters and crime isn't that bad, actually. Otherwise, I'll be working out at night. But just to see, you know, like, me just... I must have witnessed, like, 3 different car accidents so far, and a man basically gotten hit. That's 4, right? It's ridiculous. I hope to put his belly out was a car accident, because if not, that person needs life in prison. Because the girl at the bus stop, she told me, I even had this on camera, right? This happened like 5 minutes after I was just walking down to that bus stop. In the intersection, she said that she's seen him like flying, like in the... My brother even told me about this, because he witnessed something like that himself, a little while back. He flew in the air, then he must have hit his head on the sidewalk, right? The concrete, and he was bleeding, and he was taken to the Brussels hospital. It's awful, right? I mean, this, like, shootings is getting out of hand, right? But I can't imagine, like, if you get, like, hit by a car on purpose. It's just like us, though, that us humans, we can't think. We just can't. You know? And honestly, for me, I'm surprised I'm still surviving daily, you know, because I only live off like $20 a week, okay? I'm not kidding. I only live off with that much money because that's all the money that my mother can give me for groceries, and I think smart, you know, on how to survive under $20 a week. I can survive through that because I have the body for it, right? But, you know, this seeing, like, whenever I would walk back home, there would be car accidents, and not to mention, I'm thinking, I don't think it sounded like a gunshot. It does, but if it would be, then I would see, like, police, light sirens in front of her house, right? I just heard, like, a bang, 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 like, I heard, like, a loud bang, and it does kind of make me question sometimes, because once in a yellow moon, there will probably be gunshots around, right? Probably from domestic violence or something like that, and people that have those type of weapons, if they're mentally ill, they cannot wield it. Like, for me personally, because you gotta be, like, 18 and older, right? Because here in the United States, it's legal to actually have, at least in our state, it says, I forgot the name of the law, because in some states, there's no self-defense law, which is stupid, which means if someone was to attack you, right, you actually would be able to maybe, like, attack them back, or maybe using pepper spray, which is what I got at Walmart, like, a few years ago. Well, it's been a long time. It's been, yeah, I think like a few years. I lost count, like 4 years ago, right? I've been having this. I'm not used it once. Almost. But I'm not sprayed it once. And this stuff is really strong, by the way, right? I just call it Deku cowling spray, right? Is that right, Deku? That's right, God. It really is strong, isn't it? It is. And it's called, Sabre. I can't pronounce the name, right? Because I just want to say this for anyone that is not American, right? I mean, I think unless you live like in Italy or maybe Poland or Ukraine or something, I know those countries can have their own issues, especially Ukraine or going with the war or whatever. Of course, you're going to actually have some weapons, but like other countries, maybe in Asia, I think it's like illegal to actually have like a tool like this, right? Which is so stupid because if you get attacked, they need to use that for self-defense. But for what that person did, that frick, for example, that just want to kill innocent children and teachers that want them to actually have a future ahead of them, he basically wanted to take it away because he thinks he could just shoot people for no apparent reason. I don't get it. We all have demon thoughts. I have demon thoughts, but doesn't mean I want to go attack someone. I just, you know, I do hate this country sometimes. I do. How much time I have left? Okay, good. I got like 4 minutes, but, you know, I just wanted to just get this off my chest because this gets old really quick. It really does. Like, every year, or hell, every month, you know, there will be, like, a major shooting going on. I'm not surprised. It's just that maybe it hasn't been, you know, on the news, being recorded, and, you know, broadcast for people to actually know what's going on. Like, you know, the video that I saw with, well, at least hearing about what happened to that poor man that got ran over, right? I would have known about this if I probably, you know, maybe left Dollar Tree like 10 minutes early. Well, maybe 15 minutes early, give or take, right? Like, you just never know that stuff like this happens, you know, because you're not there, right? And it's just, I don't know, it's just, it gets tiring. And maybe this is why I'm glad I don't get out that much, because every time I leave out my house, there's always something going on. It's kind of nice to actually maybe do like a video about it, but as long as no one's hurt, though, even though I'm gonna share it anyway, because people need to know that stuff like this happens, right? You know, I just wanted to get this off my system, and I really feel awful for basically those families that lost their children, the parents, not to mention the teachers that have died. I'm sure if they actually have kids themselves, it would be really heartbreaking for them. Honestly, it's horrible. You know, and we're not a great country, or not right now, we're not. Right? I just don't know what the hell is going on. You know, being American, it sucks ass pies. Right? It's just, not to mention the mental health, the Medicare, whatever you want to call it, it's awful out here. It is. I mean, hell, for Buddha's sake, like, I literally see, like, the same homeless couple for a year now on the streets. I don't know how they're surviving. I know, like, the woman, though, I just don't want to share too much. It's heartbreaking. I'm not kidding. Like, when I was about to cross, right? Like, literally, she is, I know, I'm mentally ill. But just seeing her, like, talking out loud, it's fucking heartbreaking. It is. Like, she may be schizophrenic, having bipolar. I'm not surprised that she may have suicidal thoughts, because this is how awful the country is, because the mental health awareness is not great here. Not to mention the mental hospitals, they probably will create more shootings. I've been to 2 of them myself, by the way, just because I have the pressure, right? I've witnessed stuff in there. I have. And let's just say it's not pretty. You know, I mean, who knows? For people in the mental hospitals, if they got mistreated by the nurses or doctors, they probably could possibly be shooters themselves. You never know. And this is why being an American is it's awful. Okay? It's ass. Period. Pardon my language. You know, I just wanted to get this out of my system. I forgot what video it was from the news channel. I mean, it already had like it's probably has like 1.5 million views by now. But I just wanted to just get this off my system. I want to finish the rest of my noodles, though. And I know I lost my appetite, but I apologize. I just had to rant this up because it's, you know, our country's failing. Oh, sorry. Can I just share this very quick? I love that. Sorry about that. But yeah, you know, before I cut this off, this is basically what I bought just to, like, ease up the mood. These are really good. I bought myself Snyder's. They're like pretzels, but they're like dessert. I don't know. It's good. It's like honey. And Deon, what else you bought? Basically, 5-pack of ramen noodles instead of getting the yakisoba ones. That way, it'll last me for like at least 4 days, right? And this is how much I actually paid for, by the way. If you can tell by the date, right? Okay, 2016. We're using European times. Interesting. 1016? Whatever. I can't think right. No, it's 816, right? And my other desserts in there, so I gotta speed this up. And got my Arizona tea. So I gotta finish up my spaghetti. I got myself some pork, chicken, and sausages. This will try out this once, and then I got my Chinese dumplings, and then my Italian cuisine, and my Chinese one cuisine. Wait, America, I don't